Hey, yesterday morning I had left a convenience store. I was about to walk out the door and the guy behind me stepped up to the counter and the nice lady said, "How are you doing today, sir?" And he said, "All right." And he said it with such disgust and vinegar and just, you could tell he didn't want to get his day going. He was having a bad day. Things weren't going well. He wasn't looking forward to his day, whatever work it was, whatever he was going to be doing. And he was just, all right. And it just made me think, is that what we accept? Is that how we spend our days? Is that how we spend our lives? Is that good enough for you to just be all right? And gruff and grumpy and negative? You know, I know a lot of you guys don't live in America, and that's fine. But for those of you that do, we're really out of excuses here. I mean, this is a place to be. This is a place for opportunity. It is 6 times more likely for an immigrant to become a millionaire than for someone that's lived here their whole life, just like I have. And maybe I can explain why by using Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was a Polish psychologist back in World War II. And when the Germans rolled into Poland, they took him and his family prisoner and put them in a concentration camp. The women went one way with the kids, and he went to work with the men in the men's work camp. He never saw his family again. He spent 3 years in those concentration camps. Part-time was in Auschwitz. But he found out while he was in there, he realized that only 1 out of 32 people survive the camp. And so he began to make a study for himself. This fascinated him. What's the difference in the one? And what he found out after he interviewed these guys is the difference was that they had decided that their suffering was going to be for a good cause. And what they decided is that this was never going to happen again. They were never going to have to endure this again. And when they got out here, they were going to tell the world about it. If they ever got the chance, they were going to tell everybody what had happened here. Well, that's kind of how immigrants are. There's a lot of great countries on this earth, but there's none quite like this one. The opportunity to have equality and be treated right and have a fair shake and get ahead, it's here for everybody. And so those guys are outside our borders, they're in different countries, and they say, you know, if I ever get out of here, if I ever get to a country that doesn't have corruption like mine, if I ever get to a country where the laws are equal for everyone, if I ever get a chance to get out of here, I'm gonna take my opportunity and make it count. You know, Michael Landon is one of the great actors of the 70s and 80s, and he had an awesome quote. And his quote was, "Someone should pull us aside at a young age and tell us that we are all dying." How many more days do you have left? You know, I don't know. Someone says, "Well, I've got about 40 more years left," and you really don't. You really have 40 more times. You got 40 more Christmases. You've got 40 more opportunities. You've got 40 more winters and summers. So you got to make the most of everything that you do while you're here. And just like the people that come here for an opportunity, just like those guys in that concentration camp getting out alive, you got to make every day count. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and look at the description and the details below, and have an awesome rest of the day.